Now, you guys are gonna have to forgive me for the background noise, but I'm doing this by the window because it has the best lighting in the house. Basically, I'm gonna do a Solidus Gaming update, and these are my recent game pickups. Now, I haven't done a video like this in quite a long time, and there's a good reason for that. Partly because nobody ever watches them. Another thing is because I've been taking up my time mostly with my retrospective videos, and those have been taking up most of my time, and well, it's not like anybody watches those anyways. So I'm gonna start with the video game pickups. Right, so these two titles I managed to get off my cousin, because for some reason I've been getting these classic GameCube games that I've either already once owned or I just feel like having in my collection because I know they're good games. So first of all, he gave me for free, pretty much. It was more of a trade. I gave him some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, he gave me this Need for Speed Underground 2. Now, I originally owned this for the original Xbox, and it was a good game. For the most part, it was fun at the time. Now it hasn't aged so well, especially on the GameCube. Mind you, I did own this game before, and the reason why I had to depart with it was because the person I lent it to scratched it up. That son of a bitch scratched up my game. So you know what? I took his game and I sold it. I sold it for store credit at GameStop. That'll teach you motherfuckers. If you ever borrow one of my games and you scratch that shit up, the game that is currently in my possession that belongs to you will be traded in for store credit. I don't care what you say. It's my game. Take care of it next time I lend it to you, bastards. He did give me this one though, and I was planning on buying this one myself. Super Mario Sunshine. Now, I've played this game already in the past. I actually owned this game back when it first came out. The reason why I traded it in was because I was actually tight for money at the time. I didn't have a job, so I really needed the cash or store credit, so I traded it in. I do regret this decision now, of course, as with most of the other games that I purchased because I once owned them at one point too. This game was a fantastic game. I loved it. I thought it was great. Had to have it again. It still plays great, and the game has aged really well. So Super Mario Sunshine, oh yeah. Midway Arcade Treasures Part 2. Now, the main reason why I picked this title up, and I'll tell you right now, it's not probably the best reason. It wasn't for those Mortal Kombat games, although it's nice to have those two in here. It wasn't for Mortal Kombat 2 and 3. By the way, on the game controller and these emulated ports, they're not so great. The difficulty is a bit rough, and you know, the controls just feel wonky. But I did pick this up for one game. That game is Primal Rage. Now, I remember playing Primal Rage back in the past. Oh man, in the arcades and on the Super Nintendo. That version was gimped, by the way. I love Primal Rage. As you can see, it's right there. Now, I might do a retrospective on that game one day. You don't know. Actually, if you guys want to see it, let me know, because chances are that might be my next game to retrospect. But who knows? You know, it was a great game at the time. Now it hasn't aged so well. But hey, dinosaurs versus monkeys in the world of Earth, awesome game. Speaking of dinosaurs, I picked up Turok Evolution for the Nintendo GameCube as well. Why on the GameCube? Do I need to explain myself? It was on the GameCube and the Wii's backwards compatible. I need something to use my GameCube Wavebird wireless controller for. Turok Evolution, great game at the time. Didn't get that many good reviews, and a lot of people slammed it. But you gotta remember, this one's made by the same people who made the first 3 Turok games. And you know what? Their labor of love translates well over here. I'm stuck on this level though, where there's like a T-Rex eating a dead Brontosaurus. And like, I have to get through the entire level without messing up. The problem is, I keep messing up. So it's a really tough level. But this game I remember playing originally back in the days with my brother-in-law, and back then I didn't really appreciate it. Now I do. I went back and I bought all these old SmackDown wrestling games that were only like $4.99 and under. They were pretty damn cheap. So I picked up Just Bring It, Shut Your Mouth. Yeah, Shut Your Mouth. Here Comes the Pain, SmackDown vs. Raw, and SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, which were arguably the best SmackDown games until they started going downhill after 2007. So these games were fantastic, and as you can see, I actually designed my own custom cover because these all came in these yellow slips. As you can see, they're all $4.99 and under at GameStop, so I was like, you know what, let me make my own cover for them, and it'll be done. So I made my own custom cover for it. I know it's not the best looking one out there, but hey, it gets the job done. It's got the cover arts and their backs on it. Shut Your Mouth actually came with the cover art though, but Great games. I still think these are some of the best wrestling games out there to this day. On top of those, I also picked up the classic ones on the GameCube, starting with WrestleMania 19. I love this game, even though the revenge mode was pretty shitty. Day of Reckoning, a game that I never actually owned before, way better than 19, and it was amazing.
Hey, Space? We don't say that anymore.
And also Day of Reckoning 2, Odin Sphere for the PS2. So I was like, you know what? I gotta play this game. I gotta play this. I gotta try it out sometime.